Welcome. Today we're doing something a little different. We are going to be making pickled eggs and we are making pickles later. I don't know how to do any of this, so my mother-in-law, I'm going to be working with her. So hope you like what you see. Right now we are boiling eggs to be able to make the pickled eggs. Okay, the way I actually do boiled eggs, you put the eggs in a pot like they are, excuse me, and then once they get to a boil, they stay in the boil for 5 minutes and then they would be done. That's how I've always done them. And then when it's done, you turn it off, you dump it out, put cold water in it, and then put it back on the stove and let them sit for a while. And that will help cool them off and help them not actually continue to cook. So they won't overcook. And I'll show you what they look like next. Okay, I just emptied out the water and the eggs. I put cold water in. Now I'm just going to let them sit. And if the water starts getting a little bit warmer again because the eggs are hot, then I will dump out the water and add fresh water into it. Normally I would put ice in it to keep it cold, but we don't have any ice at the moment. And also one thing I like, the eggs that we are using are actually from my backyard chickens. So everything we are doing is fresh. And the pickles we're going to be doing later are just from all the cucumbers are from my garden as well. Okay, so after we hard boil them, we peel them. Some of them are going to look a little bit better than others. But the reason, yeah, they look awesome, don't they? Anyway, to the next part. This is actually the recipe that my mother-in-law got off the line. It's called Easy Picked Eggs, No Canning Required. So if you want to pause, you can see what this looks like. And she made little tips. So this is what we will be doing.
Alright, to thinly slice an onion, here's a little trick. This is a hair pick. It's a metal one. It has to be a metal one because it's washable and you can get rid of the germs. But because they're all the same width and stuff, the plastic ones, they taper. And you stick it into your onion. And then you run your knife down. And you can slice your onion pretty much evenly.
I actually like that idea. And then we'll see what it looks like at the end to see if they actually are thinly sliced.
Well, there it is. Thin is the width of the cone blades, or prongs, whatever you want to call them.
This is definitely a lot easier than the way I cut onions.
Oh, sliced onions.
That's actually a really good idea, everybody.
And it's washable. I found this at Dollar General, in case anybody wants to go get one. There you go.
Okay.
Now we're getting ready to cook up our pickling juice. It takes for just a dozen hard-boiled. We're making 3 dozen total, but we're going to start with a dozen, just for the purpose of the video. It takes 3 cups of white vinegar. You can substitute apple cider vinegar if you'd like.
Which I think we're going to do one.
We're going to do one with that, yes. You take 1 cup of water. You take 1 teaspoon of coarse salt. I use sea salt. You take 4 teaspoons of pickling spice. You can buy it in any store. This has bay leaves in it, so I'm not going to add the additional bay leaves. And we take, yes, it's a 1/3 cup of sugar. That goes in. The garlic, the onion slices, and the dill are going to go directly in the jar, I think.
No, the onions, I think it goes in it.
Oh no, the onions go into. Cool.
And you saw the way that she cut the onions, which is really cool. And now we're putting it all in here.
The red onions can turn the eggs a little pink because of the peel. If you can use a Vidalia onion or any sweet onion too if you like. Okay, all ingredients except the eggs, garlic, and dill bring to a boil. After it comes to a boil, Then we simmer it for 5 minutes.
And then I'll show you what it looks like after that.
And you're going to stir it around to dissolve your sugars.
Hi. Okay, so we're doing the new one with the apple cider vinegar. This is the white vinegar. And now we're going to put this here. So it's 3 cups of the white, apple cider vinegar. I'm going to put that in here. It is, we got to add the water, which is 1 cup, I believe.
Yes.
We've got some sugar we're going to be adding.
A 1/3 cup. 1 teaspoon coarse sugar. Salt.
Salt.
4 teaspoons pickling spice.
What she said. 4 teaspoons of pickle. And then we're going to do the onions.
Okay.
I'm going to mix it all around to get the sugar and stuff all dissolved. And so we've just started doing these. And if you look at the other one, how it's just been sitting for a little bit, it's looking a lot better. So it doesn't take that long to do it.
I need to turn the stove on. Nope, wrong one.
So that's that. We're gonna make the other one, but off camera, and I will show you.
I only have 2 big pots.
So what we're doing that, and then this is about to simmer, so we're gonna let it simmer for this one over here.
After it comes to a full boil, then we turn the heat down and let it simmer for 5 minutes.
This is starting to boil now. Now we'll turn it to a simmer and let it simmer for 5 minutes, which this one has been doing already. This is just about to turn off right now, and then we're going to let it cool slightly before we put it into the jars, which I can't wait. I've never actually had pickled eggs before, so if you have, let me know what you think of them.
Our hands do get washed in between every step, peeling onions, peeling eggs, cutting up this, cutting up that. It's just hadn't been recorded, so I want people to know we have clean my hands.
I have that recorded.
So, we're getting ready to pot up our white vinegar. Pop some eggs in there. They're not pretty because they're newer eggs and the peels don't always come off. And we put our garlic in. And then we get a couple of our onions. How pretty they are.
They really are pretty.
And layer them. And we're going to put a sprig of dill. Then we're going to layer again with 3 more onions.
Eggs?
Yeah, thank you. Just so it gets a nice little mix in there. As per the recipe.
Yeah, in the recipe it says you do just split back and forth. And at the end we'll put the juices in.
I think my jars are too big.
Yeah, you got really.
I think we're going to do maybe 1.5 dozen in each.
Yeah.
We'll see. This is a special funnel for canning. It sits on the outside of the lid and it's got a nice wide mouth. If you do canning, you need that kind of funnel.
And I personally want to get into canning and I don't know how to do it, so my mother-in-law cans all the time. So I'm trying to learn from the master.
I'm not a master. And the onions are really good on sandwiches and stuff too. You can either eat the eggs hard-boiled the way they are, or you can slice them up and make egg salad sandwiches with them. So we have a dozen in there now, right?
I didn't count.
Somebody was supposed to be counting.
I think everything can fit into one jar.
So
that one we're not using, don't worry.
So we're doing 1.5 dozen. Sprig.
Put a little bit more
what I might end up having to do is make a little bit more of the juice for it. We'll see what happens when I pour it in.
And I'm gonna let her do this because I'll be doing the next one. And hopefully I won't spill everything.
Well, that's why.
Ooh.
Use a ladle.
That okay, she's smart, guys, because I probably would have just took the pan and tilted it. Ooh, look how pretty this is looking.
This is a nice color.
It really is. And then after you cook it and everything, they want you to put it in the fridge for a few days. They say a week is best before you start eating it, to get time for it to soak into the eggs.
The funnel comes in handy too, because then you don't have to be neat with your ladle.
And you probably will have to start pouring. Making sure she's getting all the dill out of the, pickle seasoning out of the bottom.
Ooh, that is strong vinegar.
Yes. Oh, just want to warn you, if you are going to be making this recipe or whatnot, you will be smelling lots of vinegar lately.
That is just pretty. Now, because it's a hot liquid and I am using a canning jar, it will actually pull down and seal the jar. This is not shelf stable. It has to be refrigerated. It cannot be put in a cabinet somewhere until a later date. It's, according to the recipe, after they're all done, you can have them in your refrigerator for 3 to 4 weeks. Depending on your fridge, it might be a little bit longer or a little bit less, but they're supposed to be so darn good, they're not going to last 3 to 4 weeks. That is such a pretty color.
That is gorgeous.
That's because you're getting all the pickling spice moving around there.
Yeah.
So now the eggs will soak up all of that flavor, and that's why you want to wait a couple days before you try them. Now I'm not going to put this directly in the fridge because it's hot, so it's going to get set aside until it cools down.
And then I will be doing this one.
Which,
it should be done.
Turn it off and let's let it cool.
Yeah, so we have to let it cool a little bit. And then I'll be putting it in here, and can't wait. Well, thank you for stopping by and watching us do pickled eggs. We will be doing my next video. I'm going to be also doing pickles that I'll be making, and I will be recording and posting it along with my mother-in-law. Say hi.
Hi.
Hit like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. Hope you do. And if you have any questions or any hints about what we could do to make it a little bit better, since this was our first time making pickled eggs. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Love you all. Peace out. Bye. Okay, so we made the pickled eggs, and here's the results. That's one egg.
This is the one with the apple cider vinegar in it.
And she's gonna eat it on camera for all you foodsies.
You're going to eat a piece too.
How's it taste?
The yolk hasn't soaked up any of the flavor.
No, it doesn't.
But you can taste it in the white.
And it's been how many days since we've done it?
We did it on Monday. Today is Friday.
We did Tuesday. We did
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah, we did it Tuesday. That's right.
That's why they're
So
not
it's been only 3 days.
shelf stable, because it doesn't actually go all the way through.
And then I'm gonna have a.
Try one, John?
What? Okay. Tastes like a hard-boiled egg. Could you taste some of the onion though?
It would make a really good egg salad sandwich without, because I always add relish to mine when I make it. With this, I wouldn't have to.
the yolk?
That's just the
That's just the white.
That's white or yolk?
it's white.
That's the white.
Oh. First time I ever tried. Definitely tastes onion.
Dill.
It tastes dill.
You really don't taste the garlic.
No, I wish
think
we
it'd be
need
better
more
off if we chopped
garlic.
it up instead
Yeah.
of the whole, because the recipe called for a whole clove.
Yeah, the larger a piece of
actually
garlic
pretty
is, the
good.
less strong
First
it is.
time I ever tried pickled eggs. Not bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.